over the last couple of days, XRP has been price glitching on numerous occasions, reaching numbers like $42,000 in one singular glitch, and this happened on multiple different platforms. But today we want to delve deep into something very critical, and that is the injection of trillions of dollars onto the XRP ledger, 654 trillion to be exact, and how this was actually predicted by Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple's own CEO, and that this will take effect in the next week. Now, we want to mention this number because it's extremely important to realize that having $654 trillion injected into the XRP ledger in weeks will cause about an $8,716 price per XRP, which isn't that crazy when you look at it from the perspective of central banks confirming that they're preparing to use XRP for all of their payment transactions. And even here in the United States of America, the Federal Reserve has revealed that XRP is likely to play a role in powering the blockchain component of the new, more modernized FedNow payment processing system worldwide. Now, this is huge because, again, the $650 trillion that will be injected will cause the price to soar to about $8,716. Now, before we do a deep dive into all of this and we jump into the nitty gritties, we partner with about every single person watching today's video up to $100 worth of free XRP. Yes, that same crypto that we're saying is going to reach over $10,000. You're not able to get it absolutely free by simply liking this video, subscribing to the channel with your post notifications, sharing this video, and most importantly, you are required to sign up and upload using my link in the description and do a transaction. Now, this whole process takes less than 5 minutes. It's all literally free money. I definitely recommend it. And with that being said, let's hop right into today's video. So XRP's current price is $3.13, but you know what they're not telling you is the real price of XRP lies in the thousands of dollars, as Ripple themselves signed over 1,700 or exactly 1,700 contract non-disclosure agreements, known as NDAs, with major banks, financial institutions, and companies. Now, those may include JP Morgan, and may include BlackRock, Goldman Sachs, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, and multiple other globalized institutions, specifically since there's been plenty of reports that have confirmed that both BlackRock and JP Morgan have been quietly accumulating XRP from the beginning of the lawsuit, and Bank of America declaring that upon completion of the Ripple SEC lawsuit, the institution, Bank of America, will shift towards using the XRP ledger and XRP within their payment infrastructure. You also have to take a look at this clip because this is really a critical part of the video that we're going to follow up with something even bigger, and that is $30 to $50 trillion shifted onto the XRP ledger. You have a massive CEO emphasizing that a total market of about $1.25 quadrillion, the XRP will facilitate at least $30 to $50 trillion. And this is going to be what we see in literally, again, weeks. But really what they aren't telling you is there's another $650 trillion that is also about to be injected at the exact same time that will prompt an $8,000 to $10,000 per XRP price. But before we join and jump into that, let's roll the clip and make you listen to it yourself.
30 to 50 trillion, all on XRP, all trading on RTX.
Here we go.
Find my original projections, but the total market is 1.4 quadrillion, everything that's ever out there. And if you start looking across any of those asset classes, they're all starting to move on chain already. And the ease with which we've seen people interested in money market funds, tokenized treasuries, and those types of instruments, the support for stable coins, when you're talking about replacing cash, when I see DTCC, Euroclear, Clearstream, it only takes one of them to flip onto natively digital, and that's trillions of assets on its own that move. So, tens of trillions, I think we could see. And bearing in mind it's 1.4 quadrillion, this is still a tiny slice of a huge market. 30 to 50 trillion, all on XRP, all trading on RTX.
Here we go. $50 trillion. 2 years from now, Ripple, Twitter will replay the session.
$1.24 quadrillion is the market that we are looking at in this scenario, and 30 to 50 trillion is what this CEO plans to unlock onto the XRP ledger. But trillions, and I mean hundreds of trillions, are about to be unlocked, all in the next literally 6 days. Take a look at this right here. $228 trillion will be expanding and unlocked onto the XRP ledger through the XRP Ledger Asset Program. Now, RealFi's XRP Ledger Institutional Real Estate Solution will officially launch on exactly August 18th, 2025 in 6 days. This institutional platform will empower organizations, institutions, and this comes of all sizes to issue real estate tokens directly on the XRP ledger, benefiting from minimal transaction fees and seamless integration. But the numbers are clear. An estimated $228 trillion in institutional real estate value currently managed outside of the blockchain can now be brought onto the XRP ledger via Real Token. This represents a transformative milestone in the global shift towards real estate tokenization. The big picture here, $228 trillion will cause a supply shock for both Real Token and XRP because Real Token is on the XRP ledger. Now, we will dive into the Real Token shortly, but it's important to understand that XRP will benefit greatly, reaching thousands of dollars, $8,000 to $10,000, because of this massive unlock on August 18th, which is a massive shift. Guys, we are talking about generational wealth literally being created. Take a look at the Real Token right in front of you, currently priced at almost 4 cents. This thing is up 10% in the last 24 hours with very strong support levels and very low resistance. I'm talking with about $10,000, this thing could literally 100x, to the scale that people are speculating that in the next week, so on August 18th, we may see a Real Token currently sitting at 4 cents, ranging between $650 per Real Token to potentially crazy numbers, approximately $64,500 per Real Token. Now, you're probably wondering why and how could the Real Token, which is currently priced at 4 cents, hit $65,000? And it's actually very easy. You gotta look at its total supply. Now, the total supply of Real Token currently sits for phase 1 at about 100 million, and they've already burnt about 50 million of that supply, meaning with less than 0.5% of the $650 trillion injected into Real Token, we would see $65,000 per Real Token. Now, it's crazy, but this is the scale. With 1%, you're talking about $120,000 per Real Token. This is massive, and the money is going to be huge. We're talking about the scale of, for every $10,000, potentially making millions of dollars. And this is a fact because of the scale that we are seeing for Real Token. I mean, this massive utility-based project, it's a real estate and payment solution, is huge to the scale that every single day we're seeing massive amounts of holders on board the Real ecosystem and the RealFi institution ecosystem. Take a look at their scorecard. They've received 9.4 out of 10, total top 3 holders low risk, BANX scores 100%, KYC scores 100%, and there's over 2,640 wallets. Just yesterday, that number was sitting closer on 2,500 wallets. And again, if you look at the charts, extremely bullish. And it's backed by a massive institution known as RealFi, which is a real estate and payment solution. You can actually use their platform to see exactly all the decentralized exchanges that you can actually buy and transact Real Token with. And you can also visit the Real Chain, so you have payrealfi.com, and you also have the Real Chain, which officially allows you to digitalize your own real estate token and actually use the RealFi solution. So again, this is very, very cool. I definitely recommend you guys get on board if you haven't already created your own digital real estate token, you can do that there. You can also create any of your other favorite tokens. So you can create basically any meme or utility token using their framework, in addition to actually adding a digital asset. So again, guys, I definitely recommend you guys look into this. This is huge. And of course, you can always buy a real token. The links will be down below in the description. You just check out RealFi. PayRealFi.com. Now, guys, I'm going to conclude the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video. And with that being said, I'm going to end it off here. I'll see you next time, and peace.